This is our third lesson in the punctuation system, and today we are going to talk about colon. This is how a colon is represented, two dots. Okay, so let us see its uses. The colon makes a sharper separation than the comma. Um, if you remember, we talked about this in the discussion on comma, that comma, semicolon, and colon, these are sometimes alternatively used, so that's why their use, especially the use of a comma, is very confusing. But a colon makes a sharper separation in a sentence. The colon introduces the last word or the last part of the sentence. For example, if you look at this sentence, I have just had some good news, and then you see a colon, I have been offered a job in a law firm. Now if you let me choose a pencil. Now if you look at this part of the sentence, this is a complete sentence. I have just had some good news, and after colon, I have been offered a job in a law firm. Now this, the whole bit is actually explaining this good news. So this is one use of the colon. It explains the last word. Sometimes it's a noun, the last word here. Sometimes it is a fragment, it is a clause, the last portions, a phrase, and the sentence on the other side of, on the right side of the colon, explains this. So that's one use of this punctuation mark. The colon is used to separate sentences expressing comparison or contrast. For example, those who lead must be considerate, and those who follow must be responsive. Now if you see that there is a contrast between lead and follow, I mean obviously these are opposite things. The leader cannot be a follower cannot be a leader. So if you have to sometimes compare two things, I mean it could be comparison, it could be contrast, so you have to use a colon. Now if you look at these two sentences, they are complete sentences. They are, you could say, simple sentences, complete sentences, or if you use the technical term, they are main clauses. Now on either side of a colon, both sentences are complete sentences if colon is used to separate two sentences or clauses. Now that was an explanation of the last bit of the sentence, and these are two complete sentences. So this is how colon is used in a sentence to separate two sentences. There is another use in which the colon is used to introduce a list of things, but the sentence before the colon must be a complete sentence. For example, Penny bought many items from the supermarket today. Then you have a colon here, and after the colon there is a list of things: milk, sugar, vegetables, fruit, pasta, and juice. Now this list is just a normal list that we use in any sentence. For example, you could also say Penny bought milk, sugar, vegetables, fruit, pasta, and juice. So that is one way of saying things. This is another way of saying things. Obviously, when you are in exam, for example, you are sitting a functional skills exam or GCSEs, then obviously you don't have to write simple sentences all the time. You don't have to write compound sentences or complex all the time. You have to mix and match. You have to show variety. You have to show your command that you can write different types of sentences. So this is one way of saying things, and Penny bought sugar, vegetables, fruit, and pasta is another way of saying things, but both of these sentences would mean the same thing. Now if you look at this part of the sentence, it's a complete sentence. For example, if you remove the list, it still makes sense. Penny bought many items from the supermarket, full stop. That's a complete sentence. That's the rule. That's how you test whether you are using the colon properly or not. Okay, the colon is also used between the hours and the minutes when writing the time. For example, 6:30 a.m. or whatever time you write. So between the hours and minutes, you have to use a colon. All right. This is a very short video, and I'm sure that you understand the use of colon. If you still have any questions, you can ask me. You can leave your questions in the comment section under this video. So I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. See you in the next video. Bye.